What's happening, gamers? It's K-Mega405 live from the 405, where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Be so kind to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and hit me up in the comment section, because I definitely like to hear your thoughts about what I do with these videos. It means a lot to me. Definitely it does. So, without further ado, let's get on to this video. You got to excuse me a second, ladies and gentlemen, because I got to take a little sip of this adult beverage right here, because the stuff I've been reading on social media for the last couple of days have me rolling, have me tripping, right? So I have to talk about it. Now, I want to get into, it's kind of like a double-edged sword with this. With the Fallout 76 situation and game sales and sequels. Now, look, I don't have Fallout 76, so I'm not going to dog this game because I haven't played it. So I can't go there. Now I've seen people give good reviews. They talk about it, and I've seen honest reviews, and then I've seen just blatant hate, or I've seen blatant just over the top love for the game. When you can just look at the game and see that it just isn't. It just doesn't seem like it's up to snuff compared to its predecessor, Fallout 4. Now, I know that this is supposed to be more of an online game, things of that nature, but the biggest problem to me about this game is not the game itself, it's the people that goes out here and that is downright supporting this game to the death when they know that this game is not a complete package. But then will be the same people that will go out and dog out Sea of Thieves or dog out any other game that they don't like. The hypocrisy within social media and some of these fanboys is absolutely ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, if you're going to be real about your stance, then you got to be 100% about it. You can't be half-assed, and just because then a game comes along and it's not up to snuff, you got to keep that same energy. That's all I'm saying on that, right? I mean, we all like what we like. We enjoy what we enjoy. And I've said that. But then you have on the other end when games that you do enjoy that may not do very good in the sales numbers, they're ready to bash you on that. When did game sales become such a big priority within the gamers, not the game companies, but the gamers' outlook on how well that game is? Because it seems like there's so many people out there that wants to talk about how great a game sale is on this aspect, how great this game is on that aspect, but then they don't really want to go into the logistics of what's going on within that game itself, of what makes it trash or what makes it bad. Oh, you can say the cracking is lacking all you want to, but what else about the game? Well, it doesn't have enough content. Well, have you played Sea of Thieves lately? I played it last night for about 4 hours, 3-4 hours. Had a great time. It was fun. The thing of it is it's just like the eye of the beholder. You can see one chick and you might think she's the most beautiful thing ever, or for the females out there, men, or for whoever, whatever you like. And then for somebody else, they might think that person is not so attractive. It's just like that with gaming. The one thing that I stand behind with the whole Fallout 76 situation is about Bethesda got to get that shit together in regards of people spending their money and they expect something better. It's the same thing with Sea of Thieves. If you spent your money, the one good thing about it is that there's no deluxe edition. You know what I'm saying? It's the game, the content is free, you know, or you can get it in Game Pass and it actually feels like it's a free game. But when you turn on Sea of Thieves, the game is free. I mean, the game is pretty much for however if you bought it or if you're just playing it through Game Pass. That content is free. Bethesda, you got a deluxe edition, you had some kind of ultra edition, you had to pay like, I think it was like 150 to 200 bucks, and you get some kind of bag, and it come out that some people didn't even get the bag, and then the bag was like a $4 bag that you can get from like, I don't know, through a thrift shop, I don't know, but regardless, when people didn't get the thing that they asked for and they wanted their money back, then Bethesda wanted to change their tune. Or when people was expecting something, they were just happy to get something that's related to the Fallout franchise, and they still didn't get it, and then Bethesda tried to screw them over. That's the thing the gamers need to be talking about. Now that part right there, I totally agree with. That's not right, that's wrong. And sometimes as console gamers, we go after PC gamers because of these shady tactics when it comes to some of these Kickstarters and other situations where they ask for all this money and they want your help, and then all of a sudden, oh man, we got to shut down. And then they don't reimburse anybody anything. They don't give you jack shit. So the things that do need to be regulated is that these type of practices that happen over on the PC doesn't start resonating over to the consoles. And it seems like they're going further and further. And I do feel that there should be some form of regulation. I just don't like the fact that the government would probably get involved into it. But another point that I wanted to address on this was about the sales of these games and how the fanboy mindset is so driven on the success of these sales of games that they are blinded by their own by the own history of gaming. Like, I mean, just talking about just a particular game because of their sales is a shortcoming to all the rest of the games that's out there that may not sell as well. And you miss out on a lot of great potential because of there's games out there that hasn't sold very well and they still get sequels, and that's great because they have a fan base and that these developers still feel like these games are still viable, and the publishers as well to think that these games still has enough to gain traction. Talking about the same games over and over again just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what about the other games out there? I mean, like I said, there's Gravity Rush that got a sequel. Didn't sell worth a damn, but it still got a sequel. There's games out there that I've seen some of these number hawks out there that likes to talk about sales, but I've seen them posting, oh, the hype, Beyond Good and Evil. And it's one of the worst selling games of all time. It's up there. Look it up yourself. Like, are you serious? You know what I'm saying? It didn't generate shit. You know what I'm saying? We talking about like other games that's been coming out. I mean, there's Psychonauts that's going to be coming out. That game didn't do very well. You know what I'm saying? And one of the biggest games that I enjoyed on the Dreamcast, Shenmue, didn't sell well. Didn't sell well at all. But that game is a classic and they're bringing another sequel. So that's, to me, is like I said, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever when people try to ground their base of what makes a good game and what makes a bad game is because of the sales, when that's not the case at all. There's a lot of music artists out there that doesn't get the same type of look or get the same type of publicity as like a Drake or anybody else out there, whoever type of music that you like. That's big time. But that shit is jamming. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, some of the stuff sounds better than some of the stuff that you hear from the more popular artists. Why is that? Why that can't happen with games? Oh, because I guess because he didn't sell that much. It just, you know, I mean, I can't listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Not enough people listen to him. It's up to that individual to get people hyped for a game. Like, I mean, let's just say, for instance, okay, I'm not a fan of No Man's Sky, but I know people that likes No Man's Sky. And let's just say that enough people came to me and told me how hyped that game is. I would just have to break down and say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. And then I come out to love it. Well, then you know what? That's because the gamer in me wants to experience the experience that these other gamers that like it and see how they are. You can't come to me and tell me Sea of Thieves is trash when you don't play it, or even when you played the beta. I know what it is now. Try to play Sea of Thieves now and you see that the content is a lot better. It looks fantastic. It looks great. Like, I mean, I couldn't, you know, I got this new QLED, but this game's really popping. It was popping on my Sony, but it's really popping. But it just, the experience that I have every time that I play that game, it's always fun. It's great. I enjoy it. And that's what it all comes down to at the end of the day. When I talk about Xbox money, I'm talking about the transparency that when they show of what they're doing with their money. You're talking about the game sales and not talking about the actual dopeness of within that game. Well, this sold 10 million. That's dope. You know, PlayStation running shit. Okay. Well, what about that game? Is it that good? Then all of a sudden, a couple of months pass, a year pass. Well, you know, Horizon Zero Dawn was a little stale. It wasn't all that good. But you talk about them sales numbers. Talk about the games, man. I don't know. Like I said, with this whole situation with Fallout 76 and even with Battlefield 5, it just came to my attention. I just wanted to make this video. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm kind of rambling a little bit between both topics, but to me, it's all the same because it's all about the eyes of the beholder. It's all about what you like, and it shouldn't matter about what other people like. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that you want is just like how I love Quantum Break. That game deserves a sequel because it was a good-ass game. People are thinking that it's not going to come because it didn't sell very well. Well, I just made a point, and you could just look up a whole bunch of other games out there that didn't sell well, that broke the bank as well, but they're still getting sequels. So I just wanted to hear your thoughts about it. I thought this was kind of crazy to me. Just listening to stuff on social media. It's kind of funny, but now I'm finna get into my game. I'm finna play me some Battlefield. And I just wanted to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think? Do you think sales are the big determining factor for you when it comes to games? Or is it about the games themselves? And about the situation with Fallout 76 and Bethesda, and about these regulations of what's going on, and just with everything else. So I just wanted to hear your thoughts on it. Wanted to throw a video out there. Now I'm about to sip on this adult beverage and get to some gaming. Everybody have a great weekend. I'll hit y'all up most likely tomorrow or Tuesday for sure. All right, peace.